I am the Witch of Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a reading for Leo Moons. How are you, Leo Moons? It's so nice to see you. I'm so glad you're here. There we go. As I'm shuffling out your cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths to calm yourself, ground yourself, center yourself, get relaxed, get comfy. Happy Friday. I hope you all have a nice weekend. We got a bonus card. Fun. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I do have my cat Cheralyn in the back today, over there, but she looks very sleepy, so if you start hearing noises, that means she woke up and got excited. But I think she's a little too sleepy. There we go. All right, let's take a look at your cards. So for the Oracle card, we have Memory with Leo and the fire element. Then for your tarot cards, we have the Chariot reversed, the Hanged Man, Six of Swords reversed, the Moon, Six of Chalices, aka Six of Cups, and Two of Chalices reversed, aka Two of Cups reversed. And then we'll flip this card over whenever I feel like it's time to flip it over. Okay, let's see. So usually as I'm like flipping over the cards and showing them to you, I start to get an idea of what we're talking about here. As the cards are slowly unfolding, then I kind of take a minute, organize my thoughts, and then start telling you. That did not happen this time. I don't know. I was looking at these cards and I'm like, what are you telling me? What is going on here? I think what I'm seeing a lot of mainly is indecision. I think it's the kind of thing where there's so many directions. You're at a point right now where there's so many directions you could go in, so many different things you could do, that you're kind of just stuck and not doing very much. Yeah, I would say having the Chariot, the Hanged Man, and the Six of Swords, I think they're all kind of alluding to that same idea. Now, with the Hanged Man, this card can have kind of a stifling, stuffy feeling to it, where you're kind of stuck. It comes up at times when you're feeling a little stuck of okay, a lot has happened. I'm in this place where I don't really know what my next move should be. I could do this, I could do that, I could do that. This person's telling me this, I'm kind of feeling that way. Because the reason why the Hanged Man is hanging upside down is because he's trying to find a new perspective. He's trying to look at the world quite literally in a different way to try to figure out where to go, what to do. And I think with both the Chariot and the Six of Swords, it's like that feeling of like things need to be moving. Like, you know, you need to do something, but nothing's really happening. And even if maybe you do know where you want to end up, what your goal is, you're still trying to, you don't know how to get there. You don't know what your next step is. I know I'm spending a long time saying I can tell you don't know what to do, but I'm saying this because I'm trying to figure out what the cards are telling you should do. I'm feeling the exact same way as you right now. Like, okay, what are we supposed to be doing? I don't know. I will say though, I do think it's interesting that the Six of Swords has come up, because this card is usually very much associated with travel. And it's reversed, so it means you're not traveling right now. But maybe that's something you're thinking about, at least for some of you. Like going somewhere, or at least like being in a different environment, like transferring to another school or job, something like that. Like very physically moving somewhere. That's something at least some of you are probably feeling. Yeah, okay, I think we should go ahead and turn over this card, because I'm still trying to figure out what direction are the cards thinking you should go. All right, so we have Ace of Wands reversed. I'm not loving all of these reversed cards. Because it's like, okay, I know we're struggling here, we're struggling here, we're struggling here, we're struggling here. Where are we not struggling? What direction do we need to be going in? Not just what direction should we not be going in. Okay, I'll say this. Seeing the Ace of Wands, I feel like you are kind of... Oh, how can I explain this? I will say with this reading, I feel like you're not necessarily supposed to know exactly what to do right now. Meaning that the fact that you're kind of still figuring things out and trying to wrap your head around whatever situation you're in, it's okay. Like, you don't have to know right now, you know? Divine timing, it is a thing. And I mean, I guess that's definitely one thing I can tell you, is you don't need to be rushing into anything right now. There's nothing to rush towards, because the cards are definitely not telling you, hey, you need to be doing this. Hey, you forgot about this. Hey, you need to focus on this. So that in itself, you know, tells me a lot. It means that this is kind of just a transitional time. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm like, okay, you're not supposed to be doing physically doing something, physically going somewhere. I think that is because, and I'm looking at this moon card right here. I think now, as you're trying to navigate this like craziness, this like head spinning feeling, I think now is a good time to practice listening to your gut and to your intuition. Which, of course, this is a general reading. I'm sure some of you are already very experienced doing that, but some of you may not be, right? But I think it's more so in terms of like, you have become a different person, right? And now that you are a different person and you're ready to start doing different things or kind of moving out of this. Oh, that's a good point. This feels like growing pains. Like you've outgrown whatever it is you've been in, you know? And things you kind of, that's what this hangman is saying. Oh yeah. You've outgrown whatever it is you're in. And you're not quite like, I think you're kind of figuring that out and starting to really feel that. Like these things, maybe that's part of why this is so difficult, is because maybe the situation you're in right now isn't bad. That might be what's going on too. Like, it's not like you're in this like horrible situation, but you also know that you have kind of outgrown some things and you're a different person. And now it's time to rearrange your life and change up some things so that it feels more comfortable. It feels more right. But the thing is, what does right mean? That's what I think you need to put your focus in. Okay, Leo Moons, are you sticking with me? Oh my gosh, I love when I have these readings that are like, I'm just trying to understand. I'm trying to understand something you're trying to understand, but we don't know because actually you need to be figuring that out. Does that make sense? Redefining what do I want out of life right now? Who am I as a person? What have I become? And where are my priorities now? Because that might be different from a year or two ago. But that's okay. That's why the Six of Cups and this memory card is here. Because at first I looked at this memory card. I'm like, I've got no idea what this is referring to. But it's got the fire energy. Right. Okay, so let me explain. These cards are associated with childhood, your inner child. What it is that the things that like are deep inside of you that you've always loved, you've always wanted, these desires that you've always had that have never actually really gone away. It's just very likely that they've kind of been pushed down by the reality of life and being an adult and having responsibilities. This is where you should start. Well, maybe, because it might take a while to really access those things, but that can be a good focal point right now. Is like, maybe going into spaces that you would go to when you were, I'm saying child, but even just like a younger past version of you, right? Going into spaces that you used to love or doing things you used to love, watching movies, reading books that you used to love, right? Kind of getting back in that space a little bit. Not even necessarily that those things need to be your focus now, but just as a reminder of who you are at your core, who you are before people and situations and whatever life has thrown at you, before all of that kind of shaped you. Who are you like really truly, I think exploring that can give you some hints as to what is it that feels good? What is it that I need and desire? Maybe what are some things that I forgot about, And again, I got a good feeling that some of this is buried pretty deep in there. But that's okay, But I think that is what will help start giving you an idea of what it is you want to do. Because what I want you to look out for is this Ace of Wands energy, that spark, when you finally get that really like inspired feeling of like, oh, wait, oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, I want to do that, or just like that general like burning feeling in your chest of like, oh, that is what I want. That would feel so good, Okay, last thing I'm going to address, the Two of Cups reversed. I think a part of you, with whatever it is you're dealing with right now, I am going to go ahead and assume this has something to do with either maybe just like one person in particular, or maybe a group of people, the people you work with or the people you're around, family maybe. I think you are scared of being unfair to them or upsetting people or disappointing them. I mean, maybe this is even actually literally referring to somebody who you have outgrown. But you're kind of like, well, I still like them. I don't want to disappoint them. I don't want to upset them. Because especially the fact that it's near the Six of Swords, it's kind of like, well, if I do the thing that I want to do, that means I'm going to be leaving this person or spending less time with this person or group of people, or maybe like organization that you really care about, right? Something to do with people. And that doesn't feel that good either, you know? But what I would recommend is not focusing on this too much. Obviously you don't want to just throw away people that you love, but maybe those things are a little more compatible than you think. Maybe there is a way to achieve what it is you want to achieve, and that doesn't necessarily mean you have to walk away from this person or walk away from this thing. Maybe you can actually integrate those things more easily than it seems like right now. Okay, Leo Moons, I'm gonna stop there. This video is probably so long, so I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. But yes, okay, if you have any questions about this, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. On the shorts part of my channel, I have hundreds of shorts videos where I talk about each of the cards. I talk about their upright meaning, their reversed meaning, as well as any symbolism within the cards. So if you're feeling particularly drawn to any of them, or if you would like a little more information about any of them, highly recommend you go check that out. But Leo Moons, thank you I feel like I just had a workout doing this reading. Like my brain just had a little workout trying to piece this all together. Hopefully you were able to stay there with me and I could communicate this effectively. I'm doing my best here. But besides that, I'm sending you lots of strength moving through this and dealing with all of this stuff. I think it also might be a good idea. It's very possible that you're just very in your head right now. Definitely, I think you should try and stay a little more present, a little more grounded, and trust the process. Which is so much easier said than done, I know. But like I said, I'm not going to repeat myself because that'll be another like 5 minutes. But what I discussed here is where I think you should focus your attention, if that feels right. That's the whole point. Do what feels right. Yes, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!